Yo, what up, Nyakos? It's your buddy Philko here reporting live for your mama's house, doing my things I usually do. And today I'm going to make not a part two, but an extension of that other video I made. And hopefully, I don't forget to leave the link in the description. I'm gonna start making these little video series about blacks in Russia, because some blacks want to go to Russia and do some business. So I'm deciding to make these videos to explain each aspect of it, each point, everything you need to know. The first video I made was called "Why Blacks Can Make More Money in Russia," and that was about why black people make more money in Russia for certain jobs than other races of people. So I'll leave that link in the description. Hopefully I don't forget. Matter of fact, motherfucker, I'm gonna go right now and copy the link and put it in Notepad so I don't forget for you guys, right? So that was the first one I made on this series, and here's the second one. This one is gonna be based on fans in Russia, having fans, like whether you come out here as an entertainer or any sort of entertainment shit. You know what I mean? Even if you just come here to work in a club as a DJ or an MC, something like that. I'm going to explain to you how Russian fans typically are. You know, now, I'm not famous out here, just in case you don't know me. I'm not famous, but it's safe to say every day I go out, people recognize me. And whether they say something or not, I'll let you know, because this is something very interesting that Russian people do that I noticed that really makes me laugh. But now I'm used to it. So just in case you don't know my backstory real quick, black guy from Brooklyn, you know, I also lived in Queensbridge projects, and straight from the projects I came to Russia and kind of flourished as not an English teacher, because some people try to say, oh, you're not a certified English teacher. You're damn right I'm not. I don't want to be a teacher. That shit's boring. I give master classes, you know, I'm more of a speaker, you know. I give master classes on American slang and stuff like that, and I've had classes in over 30 cities in this country itself, also a few cities in Ukraine, and maybe some other, Poland, and I just don't remember. It was just a while ago, but yeah, in like about 3 countries, and yeah, I'm having fun. I made decent money. Now I live in a nice apartment, and I'm just chilling in one city that's kind of in the middle of all of Russia. It's like right in the middle, so I'm just chilling here, just doing whatever, enjoying myself. You know what I mean? Just kind of staying under the radar, you know, letting other people blow up while I just chill and, you know, enjoy myself. And so a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a few black people actually want to come out here. Black Americans want to come out here and stuff like that. So let's get to it. Let's get to what the fuck I'm supposed to be talking about now. The fans. Now, the first thing I want to say, to be honest with you, is that if you're anything like me, because the kind of person I am, I believe in the back of my head, I have low self-esteem. I think so, because me, I don't care what people think about me. You know, I actually really enjoy being myself. I have an incredible amount of fun. Incredible amount of fun. When I was in New York and out here, only difference between in New York and out here is that I don't have to approach anybody. People come to me, which makes it much easier. Even guy friends, they come to me. All my guy friends I met, they come to my speaking clubs. You know what I mean? So even guys, I don't have to approach. Girls, those beautiful girls, I don't have to approach them. Either they just start talking to me out of nowhere, or they recognize me from my videos and they start talking to me. So that is the difference. I can just sit down any night. I could go out any night, sit down somewhere and make friends. Like, it's that easy. That's the one difference, right? So one thing, if you're anything like me, you're gonna meet some people or a person, whatever, who is a fan of yours if you do anything that's like any sort of entertainment out here. And you'll be crazily surprised. That's the best way I could put it. Crazily surprised at the beauty of some of your fans. And I'm going to be real. That's 100%. You will be amazed. You will be amazed. Because you'll probably look at a girl. I can't tell you how many times this happened to me. The first time this happened to me was in Moscow. This is like 2 years ago. I was in the city. And the city part of Moscow. And I was walking down the street and I saw this lady with like tan skin, amazing green eyes and dark hair, and she's like curly dark hair, and she had a little curvy body. She was short. And I was like, oh my fucking god. Like, as I looked at her, I couldn't look away, and as I'm looking at her, she goes, you're Philkojones. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, holy shit, I want to go to your lesson. I'm like, we're having one in 15 minutes. She goes, can I come? I'm like, yeah, sure, you just gotta speak to the manager. She goes, it's okay, I have money. She came to the class, we started seeing each other. We end up being in 3 different cities together. over a span of like 4 or 5 months. We ended up working together too. And that's all because she was a fan of my videos. Now, I honestly feel that if I wasn't an entertainer, that she wouldn't have said anything. She wouldn't have said anything. You know, if I wasn't an entertainer, even if she was attracted to me, she wouldn't have said anything. That's not very common, and I'm going to get to you about how the average Russian fan is in general too. But she wouldn't have said anything. She would have just kept walking. I would have been asked out. You know what I mean? I would have been asked out. But luckily, because of what I did, she said something, and it was pretty damn fucking awesome. It was really awesome. You know what I mean? I didn't have to say anything. Like, I can't stress how amazing that is. Because in New York, you know, I had to work. I had to go out there to the clubs. I had to approach women all the time. There's more guys than girls. It was a little bit of a headache, but I was good at it. Now I have no game. I was good at it back then, but now I'm not. But that's actually special moments. Do you know what happens the vast majority of the time I run into a Russian fan in the street? They see me, look at me, they don't say shit. Not only will they see me and look at me, they will see me and look at me, usually with a weird or serious face, because Russians generally carry serious faces. Very, very serious faces. It's just how they are. I don't fucking know why. Ask them. But they generally have very serious fucking faces. Like, there's this Russian dude I know in New York before I came to Russia. He's a DJ. His name is DJ Mannix. And I remember there was a white guy in Queensbridge. What the fuck is this white guy doing near Queensbridge? He wasn't in it, but near. I was like, what's going on? So I just look, and like, this dude got a serious fucking face. What the fuck is this dude problem? Holy shit, it's DJ Mannix. And we start talking and hanging out because we've met before. And he's Russian. He came from Russia. So they generally have tough faces. So a lot of times somebody could be staring at you, looking like they have a problem with you, or they could just be staring at you like they have an issue with themselves or something. Turns to find out you go home, you got a message on your Instagram, you got a message on your VK, you got a message on your Facebook saying, hey, I saw you today. It was cool. Hopefully we can hang out sometime. Then it's like, motherfucker, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say something? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you could be somewhere, you could probably be with 2 people, 2 guys. You might have some issues in a club, and you don't even know that there's 6 guys around you who know you, because they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything. You know what I mean? So there's been times, and I actually tested this last weekend. If you guys check my Instagram, I actually went out by myself. First time in this city. I've done it in Moscow a lot. But I went out first time by myself in this city, 2 o'clock in the morning, just because I couldn't sleep. I went out, went to the bar, didn't drink alcohol, was drinking Red Bull, and I sat there to see if I would be by myself, not including girls. And I wasn't. One dude introduced himself to me immediately, and he offered to buy me a drink like a million times. It's like, dude, no, I'm not drinking. Another, some Chechen dude, I'm surprised he was there again. This Chechen dude who was there like 3 weeks ago and I met him. He was there, him and his boys, and they recognized me. So immediately, as I went out, I wasn't by myself. Now, none of those people were fans of mine. None of them were fans, but that's just in general. Like, a lot of people, or a good amount of people, will see a black guy, even some guys, and they just want to get close to him and make him feel welcome. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to all the Russian men out there who've done that to me, especially the ones who don't know me as Philko, as the YouTuber. Because I appreciate that kind of shit. I appreciate it a lot because, you know, not all black people out here have friends like I do, and they have resources like I do. And it's great to know that some black people can go places out here and people will immediately make them feel safe by saying, hey, you know, we're with you, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I got to give a shout out to the guys who do that shit. Like, really. But even the ones who are fans, the vast majority of the time, they're not going to say anything to you unless they're drunk. If they're drunk, they'll walk up to you, hug you, cock block you if you're talking to another girl because they want to talk to you so bad. Oh, I love your videos, I love your videos. But typically when they're sober, all they're going to fucking do is look at you, not say shit, then contact you on social media to say, I walked right past you. We're walking next to each other for 10 minutes. Why didn't you fucking say something? Like, I can't stress how many times that happened to me. Girls, the same thing. I was like, why didn't you say anything to me? Why don't you say hello? You know, why don't you just make me feel a little welcome by saying hello in public? You know? But in Russia, it's not too common that people just do those kind of things. The aura in Russia is just so different. Like, I don't typically hear people laughing that much in the street anywhere near as much as I hear it in America. Or like in a train station, there's not much talking. There's not many people being loud. Like, it's a very different aura in Russia. It's very different. It's very different. You understand? Like, You gotta like what I'm about to say is something real. I know I'll save that for another video. I don't want to bounce around. But yeah, it's a very different aura. Therefore, your fans will behave differently. But I guarantee you, if your fans saw you in your country, like America or something, they would definitely say something ASAP. Hey, oh my God, da, 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 da. They will say something ASAP. But in Russia, especially in public, things are going to be different. It's a different culture. It's just a completely different aura out here. This aura is like, it's thick. It's thick in Russia. The aura is very, very thick, especially in the wintertime. You know, it's very thick. For a country in which like has such low amount of gun violence, you know, I've never heard a gunshot the whole time I was here. The aura is thick, like people getting shot every day. That's what it's like. Like when I first came to Russia, and I was in Moscow walking around, the first thing I thought was, is everybody coming from a fight? Because like, everybody looks like they're coming from a fight. They look mad, like they just finished fighting. Like that was my thought to my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, why does everybody look like they're coming from a fight? You know that look of somebody when they just finish fighting, win or lose, you know, they walking off, they're pumped, they're trying to calm down. That's what it looks like. You know what I mean? What the fuck going on, you know? And one other thing before I go, so yeah, basically Russian fans are cool. They generally won't say anything to you in public. They tend to want to say it on the internet. Even when they see you, they're not too used to being that open with people in public. You know what I mean? The vast majority of people who saw me in public didn't say shit. Only a very few, especially when drinking, actually approached me and say anything. But now I'm gonna talk about a certain type of girl I've ran into a lot in Russia. This is a fan. It's a very interesting type of fan, and like I can't say I've never ran into this to America because I've never had a non-Russian fan in America. I had fans in America before I came to Russia, yes, but they were all Russian. It's like, and I spoke about this type of girl numerous times before. It's like the quiet girl. I don't know what to call her. It would be the type of girl who would either like meet you at your show or something, and she's not like the other girls. Even when drinking, she's not very talkative. Just quiet. She's quiet. She's very quiet. She won't say much. She won't do much. She'll look good-mannered. She'll be well-mannered, all that shit. She won't say too much. And she'll stick by you. Whenever you both have free time, she may just text, hey, are you free? Hey, you want to do this? Hey, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, she'll dress conservatively. She won't, like, wear fucking poom-poom shorts with the illest V-neck showing damn near her rollers or whatever. No. She's just normal. And she's usually gorgeous, as usual, it's Russia. But she won't give any hints that she's into you. All she will do is be next to you whenever she can. She'll even watch you go through things with other girls. She'll have no reaction. She'll just see you go through something with another girl and she'll just say nothing. I can't tell you how many times I went through this. And they're usually better looking than most of the other girls around, and that's why nothing happens, because she's so attractive. You think she just wants to be friends and you don't want to risk it and embarrass yourself by trying something with such a fine girl. But long story short, she'll just be there. She'll watch you go through things with other girls. She'll hang out with you. She'll be there. She'll drink, but she'll never act crazy. She'll never act out of line. She always has her manners. Then one day, you probably tell yourself, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go for something. Then when you go for it, it's all green light. It's all green light. And then you both just like really get into each other. That happens a lot. That quiet girl. Because you think like, man, like she saw me with this girl, she saw me with that girl, she knows all this stuff. There's no way she's into me. Plus, she's really good looking. So I shouldn't even waste my time. Like, you'll be thinking that. You'll be thinking that. I can't tell you how many times I thought that. And I can't tell you how many times I was wrong. I cannot fucking tell you how many times that happened. Like, and it's funny because these are the kind of girls that the reason why, at least in my case, it might be the same with you if you go through this, why I didn't really say anything too much to these girls, or I wasn't aggressive, or I didn't try anything, is because typically these girls ignore compliments. So I can say something like, damn, you know, you're very pretty. So, spasibo. You know, she's not going to show you that she likes you. This is the type of woman who refuses to make the first move. And she refuses to look like she likes you more than you like her. She refuses. But at the same time, she's a nice girl. So she's not going to go for anything, and she's not going to make you look dominant in your little friendship, relationship, whatever. She's not going to allow it. And it happens a lot. and they're typically extremely fucking gorgeous. You know what I mean? And it's so interesting. And I know a few people who I've been in a situation with, and I've asked them like, why? Like, didn't you see this and that happening? Didn't you see this and that happening? You know, why would you blah 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 blah? And they would just say, you know, well, because you're interesting and this and that. I'm like, but you saw, it's like, yeah, I know, but blah, blah, blah. I was just waiting for the right moment. I'm like, you didn't wait for anything. I went for it. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they all have one thing in common. They all have one thing in common. They expect to be treated differently than everyone else. Every time. They expect different treatment than everyone else. No matter what they saw, no matter what you've been doing, no matter what you told them your lifestyle is like, they're always going to expect you to treat them differently every single time. Just for example, this didn't happen with me, but just for example, this girl can literally watch you hook up with like 1,000 girls. But once you get with her, she honestly expects for you not to hook up with any other girls while you're with her. She would honestly expect. She can watch you kiss one girl in a club and take a different girl home, and she'll be in the other room sleeping while you guys are doing your thing. But once you make sexual contact with her, she will honestly expect you to only be with her. You know what? I'm going to expand on that in the next video, actually, about Russia. So this is kind of about fans, and yeah, I spoke about the guy fans looking out for you and the female fans, how there's that kind of, I don't know, like just quiet, like ninja fan or ninja freak. I don't know, but it's very, very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. It happens a lot. And I'm out, people. Later.